in this form. It doesn't matter, because that character is always spamming spells. You know the other thing that I didn't do? I didn't improve this. So let's use some crafting cubes on this. So... how much damage do you have? 3,200 is your alleged damage. Let's see what happens when we crafting cube you. So we can do 1, 2, 3 pretty safely. That's 120. We can do one more. 129. We can do another one still. There we go. This is up to 141 level requirement, and that's the exact level that we are. So that brings our attack value up to 3,900. That's pretty decent. And I think that that's a good thing to get invested into. So, do we want... unfortunately, this plate is so low level, I feel like I'm not going to be able to hold on to it forever. Pelennor, I think, is really good, actually. I feel good about Pelennor. And I think we're good to go. So, we're going to go grab the rest of these. And we don't even need to drag them to Stonehenge, honestly, because Stonehenge is... okay. And yeah, their damage output isn't that insane. It's pretty high, but we have a lot of self-healing. So let's cast Preservation. Nope, we don't need to cast Preservation. We've got to fly over to you. And there's at least one diamond in this pack, so we are just going to try to pull it over to Stonehenge. We're going to stand in the middle here. And we're going to see if anybody comes in. They can come in through the north side, it looks like.
I'm not dead yet.
Okay.
Kill me.
Sadly, the gargoyles have shit tons of HP to burn through, so... it's gonna be so wild fighting the, like, level 3 billion enemies.
Victory is ours.
Yeah, we should have substantially more DPS with this. The other key is... do I have a body thing on you, but I don't think I have a spirit thing on you, right? Do I want to replace... I don't have a full set of rings on you. I might want... let's see. It might... what was I thinking about? Okay, I would like to get a spirit magic ring on you, actually. Unfortunately, my spirit ring is int. I think I had a spirit magic ring somewhere. I just wasn't really using it. Now that shared life is actually doing a meaningful amount of healing, it makes sense to give myself a spirit ring when I'm healing, and try to basically, what I'd like to do is get it to the point where let's see. Hey, look. Gargoyles, they have a lot of HP, okay? They're so tanky. They're so tanky. They're so tanky. Do I even have another spirit ring? I'm not sure that I do. I don't want to take off the int ring because the int ring is very good. You don't have a spirit thing equipped, do you? No. I don't actually think that I even have another spirit ring, which is unfortunate because it would be nice to have a spirit ring just for the purposes of maximizing the gains from shared life, so that if I just hold S, I'm able to get sort of like the maximum output there. Yeah, this seems like a fairly reasonable way to go about fighting. Crafting item, what is that? I thought I saw a green gem dropped as a crafting item. Unsure. Okay. Next. If we're going to get the ones down here to the Stonehenge, we're going to need to drag them a pretty considerable distance. These we don't need to, but these we will. Should we drag these? Yes, we should, because our defensive have not improved, just our offenses. So the fact that this swapper is just going to insta-give me hasn't changed. So we're going to just drag this to the Stonehenge, and then we should be able to burn it down along with its friends.
Can someone heal me? I require assistance.
Oh, Jesus.
Victory is ours.
Alright. So, we're transitioning away from a healing emphasized setup here. We're going to try to rely on our regen, our natural regen, more again, and see how that goes. I need to get some more durability on Korgrick, like straight up durability, as opposed to just regeneration, because Korgrick is starting to get kind of just insta-give. I probably just need like better armor, which is fine. And that is a... Ooh, that's plate armor. So this is a max 120. That is solid. Alright, let's see what the plate armor does. Are you any good?
Worthy.
It's Dark Knight Plate of the Troll. So basically garbage. Not really worth anything, but that's okay. Let's cast fly. And can we drag you around into the ocean? How far? We can get pretty far into the ocean, so I think we should be able to pull these where I want to go. We can Pied Piper these. Oh shit, I forgot about that. Well, mistakes were made. It's fine. It's like, well, I might as well fight them a little on the way over there, and then I'm like, wait a second. Why am I no longer in the air? What has happened? You know, I could have just split... They're so easy to split. I could have just split them up and just, like, fought them individually like a normal person, but it's fine. I'm tempted to go back into that dungeon and come out for these later, honestly. Because they're kind of a pain in the ass to kill, and it's taking a while. Ooh, it's taking a long time, actually. I'm better off doing the things that are more EXP efficient. Let's go to... I think we will do the dungeon that we were just in. It's tempting to go into the Warlord's place. But we'll see. Okay. We've got another thing over here we can take. It does have Cuisinarts, that's why I want to kill him. That's why I want to go in there. That is a plus 40 attack. Let's get you. I am tempted to switch to dual-wielded swords, but definitely not while we're dealing with a bunch of things that are basically immune to physical attacks. I'm curious if I can just dive in here into this shrine and then just fight in here for a while. I don't know if these are going to get like completely out of control if I do. My guess is that they're going to be overwhelmingly strong, and I'm going to have to perform all sorts of shenanigans to make it work, but... we are going to leave, because this is definitely not working. We would need to reset that whole thing to make that work. Alright. So, excuse you. Oh, who hit me with a fireball? It's like, wait, no, I should have gone for the one that was further away. Alright. So that's a gargoyle boss, I think. Oh, regenerating gargoyle? How fucking dare you? How dare you? Alright, we are going to fly toward the Warlord's stronghold, and hopefully the Warlord's stronghold is not too well guarded. Bridge, save me! I need your power, Bridge. I think regen still counts as one. Regen is one boss. Regenerating on a gargoyle is a very cool effect, though. Regenerating on gargoyle is a lot. That's a lot to deal with. A regenerating gargoyle is a big fucking deal. Okay. Just gonna stand on the bridge. That was a bad idea. Stand behind the bridge. Okay. You know, I'll take it. 21 KO, Jesus. Yeah, I don't really know that much about the stat block of the gargoyle. But I do think that a regenerating gargoyle would be very fun. I'm wondering how you would stop the regeneration for like a gargoyle. Maybe acid damage? Like you just dissolve it? Like I think that you would I don't think I don't know if it kind of depends. I feel like for something like a gargoyle that is like basically made out of rock, I don't know. I could see a world where you basically are just like if you give them some like regen that's similar to like the troll regen, where it's like, okay, if you cut off the finger, now you've got 2 trolls. Like, I feel like you could do something really, you know, fun with that, where it's like, well, the only way to actually permanently kill this thing is to completely submerge its body in acid until it no longer exists, right? Where it's like you have to submerge the entire thing, otherwise it'll just come back eventually. As long as it's got, like, rock around it to, like... Here's my thinking for an encounter design, okay? This is not even an encounter design, just like a mean-spirited thing that could be done. So, I'm picturing a gargoyle that has the ability to just sort of pull itself back together as like a trivial thing, right? Like, so if you do any damage to it, it will just sort of like regenerate back. If you cut off a limb, it can just reattach the limb, right? Like that style of thing, right? Let's not go full like madness with it where like if you cut it in half, it will regen both back together. So you'll have 2 now, like, because that is fun, but also is a little too obvious. So what you want, or what I want to think about there is, what if it just always was able to sort of like rebuild the one gargoyle, no matter how destroyed it gets, by just sort of like gravitationally absorbing its material back together over time, right? So like if it's been completely dismantled, like a bunch of acid's been used on it, like a bunch of shit has been done, it looks like it's dead, it looks like it's done. An hour later, it's back, right? That's what I'm thinking. But then with that, in addition to that, you have like the ability to be like, okay, well, how do you deal with this on a more permanent basis? Like, okay, we just need to destroy the body with acid, right? But then it's like, because it's made out of stone, and presumably the floor and walls of the dungeon are also made out of stone, what if it has the ability to absorb that and regenerate off of that too? So like if you miss its finger, you don't dissolve the finger in acid along with everything else. The finger will basically absorb a bunch of the wall and a bunch of the thing to regenerate in like 1d4 hours or 1d6 hours or something like that, right? And that would be a lot of fun. Just as like, I don't know if it would be fun to play with, I don't know what, but it sounds like a fun idea to me to just be like, you know what? This thing is going to be a pain in your ass, and you don't need to destroy it fully if you like, or maybe you do. Like you could make an entire like thing out of it where it's like it's like you go to a place and people are like, hey, you know, every adventurer that has claimed that they killed this gargoyle has not actually killed the gargoyle, because the townspeople don't know that it's regenerated or anything. They're just like, you know, we need someone to kill this fucking thing, and the last 4 groups that have said it, right, have not actually killed this thing, and it's causing problems when we do, like, if you have it like in a place of worship or something like that, it's like this thing is blocking access to like a thing that we do twice a year, right? Like some ritual that we have to do twice a year. And in the last 10 years, we've had 5 groups of adventurers come through. All of them have claimed to have killed this fucking thing, and it's still there. And the adventurers could come in and think that they've killed it and not actually have killed it, and just leave the town thinking that they've saved the town from this damn thing, and they're just yet another statistic. Because it's a real pain in the ass to kill. And they don't realize that they haven't done it yet. I think that would be very funny. Because, like if they come back through the town again, like, you know, 6 months later, the townspeople are like, yeah, it's still there. It might also make sense as if the town in question is a place that they're traveling through regularly. Like some types of campaigns, like you would have like a, not necessarily a hub, because I think that it makes sense for it to be more rural than that, but like maybe like you're going along a specific road periodically, and there's just like a small town that the characters are periodically going through, right? Where it's like, okay, they'll probably go through this town like 5 times over the course of the campaign, and every time they have to deal with this fucking gargoyle. Unless, I mean, it's entirely possible that it's entirely possible that they figure it out the first time and they actually do a good enough job that you're like, okay, well, you've actually managed to deal with this thing. Good job. That sounds like fun. I don't think that I would ever do like a long enough campaign. I don't think I would ever be able to run a long enough campaign to do that to my players, but it would be fun. That's pretty cool. So, like, you have the option to add in sci-fi elements if you want to. Like, you already have, like, pre-built, like, compatibility for it, so to speak.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh. That is... Okay. Yeah, I don't have... I don't have friends that I meet up with consistently enough over a long enough period to do a long campaign. My players are like all over the world, and you know, all of them have various degrees of problems that make it so that they're not available. Let's see. We don't have preservation. That could have actually been very bad. So we're going into the Warlord's Fortress. This is going to be fine and easy, and definitely clearable within an hour. That's my claim. I should not have done that. I'm going to die at the first enemies. These aren't even like strong. Maybe not. Maybe they're not going to come. Whoop! I had pulled through the door. Right. I forgot I have teleporters to play with. I have teleporters to play with. I can use those to good effect, actually. Okay, we need to... I don't know why I opened that. That was a bad idea. How do I open this? I need to stop using spacebar because I'm touching doors that I'm not actually trying to click on. Alright, this should be something. Okay, they seem to be struggling to hit me. And then as soon as I say that, they immediately hit me with every attack for 3 iterations. Ooh, this is an issue. Now we're going to cast Remove Curse so we can actually start healing up. Deep shit. Damn. Alright. Yeah, that was silly of me.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's nice having friends that live near you. The issue with living in Singapore is that, like,
I'm not dead yet.
anyone who moves anywhere is now really far away. It's a city-state. If you're not literally next door, then you're in, yeah, I'm in Singapore. If you're not literally next door, you're in a different country, is the problem. Yep, I lived in Singapore for the last... I think 15 years? Shit! Forgot that I can't press spacebar in this dungeon. Well, this is a concern. Okay, we've got ads. It's fine though, the other one is paralyzed. These lieutenants are what level? 117, so these aren't that high. These are weaker than the thingers on the side. It's no longer paralyzed. It is, however, dead. Okay, so... So we need to go over here. I think there might be some of the highest, some of the Cuisinart things in here. It might be a possibility. Do I have protection from magic? I do. Let's see. They seem to really like blowing up enemies. Oh, cool.
That's no good.
And we are going to continue investing into this stuff. I think I should maybe get some, and by maybe I mean I should almost definitely pick up some leather skill on you. That makes sense to me. I don't know how long it's going to be before I can save. I suspect it's going to be a while, because I think there are enemies like right here, so I don't think I'm going to be able to save anywhere in this maze until I finished a good portion of the dungeon. So, unfortunately, before we've even... Are any of you... No. I'm happy to try. Oh god, one of those is a boss. Little boss. Puller! That's not what I want to hear.
I'm not
Oh
dead
boy.
yet.
I'm dead. I'm going to die here. Unless you fail to pull me through the door. Okay, teleporters are great. Oh god. This is great. Okay. We fully got this. I've never even tried this strategy before. What's wrong with me? This is such a cool strategy. I could deal with Cuisinarts this way on like a normal run. Or this run for that matter. So good. So good. Oh shit. Ooh, got 2 pairs of boots and a high-level crafting item. Too bad boots are really bad for me right now. Oh,
Nope,
those
there's
are
no
pretty
room.
solid though.
Great.
These are not.
It might be useful.
So this is a huge downgrade right now. Yeah, I don't think I've ever thought about it either. But like, if you have like a small pack in particular, well, no, if you have a big pack, you can split up the whole pack very easily into more manageable chunks. And if you have a small pack, you can melee kite because the teleporters are far enough away from each other that you can fairly effectively melee kite from like about 25% of the way to the teleporter to it. So really solid. Preservation's got 5 hours, haste is 10. So we should definitely recast both of those. Definitely need to recast those. Let's go ahead and give ourselves the preservation gizmo, just to give ourselves the longest duration on that. Okay. Obligatory torchlight. Indeed. Good call, good call. Good call. So if we clear these 2 rooms, one of which I do think has Cuisinarts in it, or at the very least, Cuisinarts will have access to us. But this is actually pretty far back. I think there's a possibility. I don't think this storage room... Oh, did I teleport? I didn't. I took it with the boat. So we have a few days. Clear this. Oh, right, they can't come through the door. Ooh, well, that's... We don't have any high tiers here. What do I do? Just put myself in the corner. Well played, well played. They're after blood, but that was Look, I don't usually toot my own horn. That was a really fucking clean kite. Holy shit. That was... like... that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Look, I'm usually super sloppy. Hi, veteran. How's it going? Can I get a good kite on you now that I have something difficult to deal with? The para or the stun? Looks like it's para. Okay. Whew. Okay. Done. So that's a very dangerous enemy dealt with. And we have yet another one. Let's... I don't actually know how... I think they're dangerous. I actually don't know. Level 131, so not that crazy, actually. What's the problem? You know, those clean kiting days are over and done with. I thought that she was just... She was looking to the left. Severia just, like, looked... I guess she was looking to her right. But she just went, like... And then, like, I'm like, oh, shit. If I go into the other side, I don't know if I can save or not. I might be able to save in this corner. If I... I don't think I can save anywhere around here because I'm fairly sure that there's enemies like right here-ish. So I'm getting closer to enemies, not further away, as long as I'm going north here. So what I'm looking for is like this kind of location here. In this secret treasure room where it's like really, really far south because the dungeon only continues to the north. So I don't know if it'll get the job done. Okay, we got a couple more. This is probably from the same pack. Yes, it is. So, what I'm basically looking for here... I think I will kill... I will try to kill these through the door. And I might not succeed at that. We've aggroed another one. This could be anything. This could be a Cuisinart for all we know. It is, in fact, a Doom Knight. So, whoop. That was a 30,000 damage hit. Holy shit.
No problem.
You know why it was a 30,000 damage hit? Because that motherfucker's 163. Melee kiting is probably still appropriate here. They'll occasionally use a ranged attack on me. But they're much more likely to use a melee attack than they are to use a ranged one. Okay. What the fuck am I there? Oh shit. It's good that we got the stun off. Never mind, it's para. We're done. Whew! They're periodically going through the door, but they're not consistently going through the door. So it's going to be debatable whether. Oh wait, there's a. I didn't notice that there was a gap. It doesn't look like I can hit you though, even if I put the cursor on you. Somebody was trying to hit me. Oh. Incoming? That is a Cuisinart! Are you, did I paralyze you right as I was leaving? Alright. I don't know. The paralyze is probably not going to last long enough. I'm going to back up a step. Whew. So, you have a maximum HP of 1.5 million. That should be fine. Look. Sometimes in life, you get off the para on the Cuisinart, and your life becomes easy for a second and then it kills you. That was terrifying. The timing on that. Yeah, for some reason I can't hit these right now. I think I'm going to try to do some kiting. Just kite these back. Yeah, we're going to keep kiting them back. Oh, that was a mistake. I walked into the thing. I should have actually run away immediately to get fewer of them on my ass, because I could have sifted through a good portion of them before we ran into... Okay, we need to... shit. There we go. Well, I could see the model of the enemies through those gaps, and I still wasn't able to... Like, even if I hovered over the model of the enemy through the gap, it still wasn't working. So, I don't know what it is that's causing that. Got a captain here. And a lieutenant. Whew. Cleared that. Yeah, there was a lieutenant that was right on the other side of the gap there. So, and it was just sitting there stationary basically. So, it might be a Might and Magic 8 thing. It might also be a merge mod thing. It might also be a thing, because the I'm not sure whether about that in particular, but there's some interesting interactions with corners. Oh shit! Okay, this is fine. Wait, did we stun it or did we paralyze? Okay, we just stunned it. Imagine if it had been paralyzed right off the bat. This shouldn't be too bad. This is just a Whittle baby. This is the weakest form of the Cuisinart class. And let's take a look here. Haste for a bunch of time. Protection from magic is still active. Preservation is still active for 6 hours. I presume that there's more. There are not. So, the question is, can we get over here? This corner is not safe. So we're going to have to clear more of this room. That's way too many. Those are Cuisinarts. I can't pull this many Cuisinarts. I don't think even my teleport strats are going to save me here. I'm gonna need something better than the teleport strats. I know that's madness, but I actually might not need something better than the teleport strats. I just need to be very like defensive with them, where I'm just immediately evacuating anytime anything goes slightly wrong. And by slightly wrong, I mean anybody shows up at all. Like, just get a single round of attacks off, and then leave. Poison Arts through. That one seems to be paralyzed. Unfortunately, it's not going to be paralyzed for very long. I think we can actually do this. This Hall of Doors will get the job done. I'm just popping in to hit that one periodically, because it's eventually going to join me, and I can get very safe damage done. Okay, there it comes. Ooh, that's dangerous. Getting teleported back and forth between the two doors that are closest together is spooky. We need to recast preservation. This fight's gonna last too long. Oh shit, you're right here. The Cuisinarts also move so fast. I love it. I love the Cuisinarts. I also just love that they're named after, like, a kitchen appliance. Oh, shit! Fuck! Stop teleporting me between the same two Oh, God. The one problem with the TP strat, huh? Oh, that one got stunned. Whew, that was spooky. Ooh. Shit. I thought that was one of the other ones. Ooh, that's a concern. Negative 11 and negative thinger. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna die here, then. I could potentially pull myself out of this. We have a fresh preservation. We've gotten through about a third of the time that we need to get through, so we might actually be okay. No. Absolutely not. Okay, we now have 3 people up, one of whom is going to lifesteal a shit ton. We actually made it through. That slight problem that we ran into. Whew. Okay. Yeah, I should be doing it this way. That's a bad idea. Just staying there way too long. That's not a great place to fight them. Right. Just generally. because they don't get in range as soon as they come around. Okay, very close. We still haven't saved. Okay. The other nice thing about the teleporter is you actually get far enough away with the teleporter to interrupt their attacks. If you get too far away from an enemy's melee strike, even if it finishes the animation, it doesn't actually hit you. So... But you can't just be, like, slightly outside of melee, I don't think. I think you have to be, like, significantly far away. We actually have 2 parrot now, which is great for us. That was very spooky. So we got one of them down. Oh shit! I love how it comes out right as I'm coming at it. It's a trap. That's one down. Just the Cuisinart. Wait, did I parry you? Ooh, boy. Yeah, I wonder what happened to all of his fucking friends. He should really try to make some friends. Absolutely. That is very true. You know? Ooh, boy. So, we've killed 2 Cuisinarts. We have 2 Death Knights here that are not trapped on the barrels. How are we doing on Protection? Protection from Magic is still active. I think I'm going to equip my thing and recast Protection from Magic in a second. Whew. Trying to replace them the only way that he knew how. Okay. So we're recasting Preservation, and we're going to recast Protection from Magic. I don't really need to equip the thing for Protection from Magic, I don't think. That should be fine. We've gone through quite a bit without recasting. So hopefully... I don't think that this will allow us to get to here. There's more enemies that are closer than that pack was. So... I have to be very careful here, because I really shouldn't be fucking around and pulling 5 enemies of Cuisinart style. Looks like we've cleared half of this room, and then I immediately pull a billion enemies. Exactly like that. I do love having the, like, someone heal me voice line on the healer. Oh, nice. There are multiple veterans in this pack, so I definitely need to be careful. done. Dusted. It's just a scratch, but I need it fixed. I think that might be the voice that I used for Ark in my Save the Queen run. That might be that voice. It was one of the ones that's very annoying. The oh, it's one of the elf voices that I used. Because there's two of them, right? There's two elf voices. I almost just died. I think that was 3 hits. It did to me. This is a concern. Can't allow it to get more than 1 hit off at a time. This is probably more dangerous than those Cuisinarts were. Just because of the AoE component. I need to be cutting better. Is that a stun? Yeah, it's a stun. Okay. Is this a stun? Or is this a para? This is a stun as well. Alright. That was very dangerous. It teleported me close enough that I feel like that almost hit me. Got a piece of plate armor. Whew. I actually am going to check down here now. Think about it. I don't think I've checked here recently. Yeah, the dungeon rotates back around close enough that I'm not going to be able to do it there. Whew, boy. Well, progress is being made. Can we save back here yet? That's it. No Baruni. No siree. we're gonna get like a Cuisinart boss that's exploding. No, what we're gonna get is we're gonna get a Thorns Cuisinart, and it's just gonna be like GG the second that we run into it, because how would I burn through 1.5 million HP without dying?
Can someone heal me? Can someone...
I feel like a Thorns Cuisinart is probably an entire game's worth of bosses in one, honestly. At that point, like, that is very much like the final boss, right? Like, that's like the final boss of the game is a Cuisinart with thorns, where it just hits like a truck, moves, just sprints across the battlefield, has a ranged attack, which doesn't really do too much for our build, but actually it does. It interferes with kiting down corridors. So like the fact that it has a ranged attack means that it can kill us in corridors and stuff like that. Though it is actually fast enough that it might overall just slow it down so much to like waste time on an attack that's ranged, as opposed to just walking up to me and beating the shit out of me. Like running down a corridor straight with a Cuisinart after you is like, you know, driving on the highway with a Florida cop. This is very relatable. Where it's like, you know, you're moving as quickly relative to the scenery around you as you're driving down the highway as the cop is approaching you from behind, because the cop is like driving over double your speed and you're driving the speed limit. It's like, okay then. Let's see. Yeah, when cops play chicken, they do it with random people on the street who aren't driving toward them, they're driving the opposite direction of them. That's how fast cops drive. I was under the impression that a typical day in a California driveway was nobody moving anywhere. That was my impression. I've only been to California once, though, and I certainly wasn't driving in rush hour. So let's fucking go! Oh boy. That feels good. There's a single Cuisinart in this room. Let's get ourselves killed by it. Now that we can. Just as a treat to ourselves, we can die to a Cuisinart. Oh boy. Okay, so we've got a Cuisinart by itself. How low is Korvik? The Korvik is still not up. God damn. 13,000! I'm almost positive that that's a new record, right? Negative 13,000? Well, on the plus side, with Dragon Sand, the projectiles don't... wait. Yeah, I think that's a record for me. I don't think I've gotten that low before, because like I might have gotten that low with one of the poison enemies when I died at one point. But yeah, I don't know that I even did then.
Victory is ours.
I am shocked. Okay. We've taken out another Cuisinart. We're going to save the game. That was really funny. Yeah, no shit. Like, getting all the way down to negative 13,000 and still being alive. Yeah, that was very unfortunate. What is their drop rate? Their drop rate's like 70% or something, right? It's like really high. I think the other Cuisinart also only gave us gold. I also don't know how the drops have been adjusted in this, because the drops have definitely been changed. But things that in the before would drop a given item as like the only type they could drop still seem to drop those more than they drop other things. Oh shit. Oh shit, there's another group on the right. Oh shit, I'm getting trapped on braziers. This is gonna be the cleanest kite that I've ever kited. I say as I'm just getting the shit kicked out of me. Okay, that was actually one of the cleanest transitions I've ever done. That not so much. And we've established that I can go back to the entrance of the dungeon. I think I'm going to clear these because I think they should be mostly low. Looks like they're not all low. Wait, are you paralyzed? Did I paralyze two of them here? Through the curse? That's a good question. Yeah, I actually want to have a thinger up. When I'm in this kind of area, I have to actually hit control as well. Because I have to strafe for this. When I'm in these kinds of hallways. Ooh, that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. There we go. Whew. Spacebar, save the day. There's a weird issue with the doors here that they have a huge hitbox. So they can actually, even when you're not near a door, near the entrance there, if you just hit spacebar, you'll tag a door. So that's why I walked all the way back to where I did, was because I knew I could actually teleport even though there doesn't seem to be a door there. Whew. Let's see. But yeah, unfortunately, because it takes a little bit for the AI, for the UI to speed up in like really hectic environments where I'm moving a lot, I can't just hold the button because it overrides the press. So I have to, like, every time I press a new button, it overrides the hold. So I have to just spam A continuously when I'm in situations like that, as opposed to just holding it down. And of course, you have to switch over to your other hotkeys as necessary. But yeah, like the transition around, like the movement through that area requires a lot of strafing if you're going to do it as like cleanly as I was doing it there. Like that was actually a fairly clean. That thinger as well. That was a fairly clean. I found 2 keys. Are they the 2 keys that I need? Probably not, right? Yep. It's double locked, but I found 2 keys to something. Are they both in your inventory? Warlord's key, storage key.
That's no good.
Banded plate. It's pretty dull. Discharge papers. So this is the thing that I needed, right? Cause of failures, there will be no choice but to discharge you for the Knights of Enroth. I would suggest you find a new profession, as you'll never master the arts of warfare. Let's see. Yeah. But it's you know, it's very fun to like have like a control scheme that's like very awkward, but which I'm very used to, right? Like I think that there's something very like there's something very fun about the element of like I know that this is like kind of an insane control scheme to control a game with, right? This is definitely an insane way to be doing this. But it's just a lot of fun to be good at it, even though that is. Which is part of the reason why it's like, if someone was going to make like a new game, I would not want someone to make a new game that emulates this control scheme, because I know this control scheme is insane. This is an insane way to control a character. I could never have the patience to like learn a control scheme like this today. I'd be like, what the hell am I doing? Ooh, that's interesting. That is a lot of bonus damage. Ooh, that's a
Now
ruby.
here's something.
1 second. And oop. Yeah, I mean, it's if you're trying to do like it comes from like the progression, right? And some of that is technological progression, and some of that is like design progression, right? But like this is such an old game that like both are relevant, right? Like it's you're trying to sort of like invent how you would control this like 3D, thing that with like just like basically just a keyboard, right? Like for a long time, like the like actual design of everything, part of the design criteria was people didn't all have mice for when like when the people who were making this were like learning how to make a game like this, right? Not like when this game came out, but like when they were like playing Doom, and that when they're going through like the early stages of this kind of stuff, not everybody had a mouse when Doom came out. Like as a compatibility thing, you couldn't just like assume that people were going to have a mouse at all. So what that leads to is, as well as of course, I don't know how like smoothly turning the camera with a mouse may well be substantially more intensive on the computer. So it might not have been feasible just to begin with. But even if it was possible to do, there's the question of like, well, are people going to think to do that and think, oh yeah, this will be a more comfortable way to do a thing? Or would they go, using a mouse? Like, why would people want to control everything with their mouse? That's so uncomfortable. Because, you know, they didn't grow up using a mouse. You know, they started using a mouse in their mid-30s. Or in their mid-20s. I don't know. Depends on how old the developer was at the time, right? Like, anyways, this is kind of an interesting dynamic of having both the like technological issues, but then even once you get past the point where those are really preventing you from doing a thing, there's still the question of whether it would occur to you to do it that way because you're so used to doing it the other way. It takes time to like really adapt to new technology and figure out how to use it appropriately. Oh wow, we can just kill them through the wall here. Let's go. Let's see. Oh, life is good. Yeah, Morrowind was really a wild experience. Like that was the first like time that I had played like a true 3D like, you know, basically like FPS style. Oh, nice! We got the Cuisinart in the corner. Let's see. Oh, it probably did it at some point. I don't remember the exact year that Doom came out. I think Doom probably came out after Windows 3.0 came out. I would be pretty surprised if it didn't. But I think the first time I saw Doom might have been my cousin running it in DOS. Why was he running it in DOS? I don't know why he was running it out of DOS. But he was running Doom off of DOS for some reason. He was also like, I mean, I guess he probably still is a weird guy. He's very much a weird, like, tech guy. So, no, I mean, like, he loaded the game up from DOS, I'm pretty sure. He was on a command prompt for some reason when he was loading up Doom, and I don't know why. This is a very vague memory from probably over 30 years ago, but I was fairly sure that he was using a command prompt for it, and I don't know why. Unless it wasn't Doom. Was it a precursor to Doom? I've always thought that it was Doom, but that actually might have been something else, now that I think about it. Or maybe I'm just cross-referencing two weird things in my head at the same time. I don't know. Because if it came out in 95, I would have been 10 in 95. So the memory that I have is from earlier in my life. So I think that I'm probably misremembering because I was a baby. I mean, I wasn't a baby. It might have been. I don't think it was Wolfenstein. I think I would have. If it wasn't Doom, then it might have literally just been that he was showing the command prompt to me and he was doing something and not even playing a game. But I just don't know. I could not tell you what it was that he was doing. Because I just don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. But that's fine. We have the green over here. Let's go. But it is very funny to think of how similar this game actually is to Doom. Like, it's a very similar vibe in terms of, like, the actual control scheme and stuff. It came out in 93. Oh, in 93 I was 8, so that is the appropriate time period.
That's no good.
Let's see. That would have been when I was 8. Okay. Let's see. So was Doom on Windows 3.0? 95 was the one after 3.0, right? Or was there another one in between the two? I don't actually know. I'm so ancient. Oh man.
Useless.
What's a DOS?
That's no good.
Oh, DOS is what they called command prompt when there was only command prompt. Ah, so this name. Okay, so it was released for DOS. Okay. So I am probably remembering that right, because I was pretty sure that I first saw that game in, I was pretty sure that my cousin had introduced me to that game. So I was like, wait, it came out that late? No way. Because why would he have been running it off of a command prompt if it was in Windows 95? That would be a real... Like, he's kind of a tech weirdo, but, like, that would be a really weird thing to do when he was, like, I don't know, probably 15 or something. I don't know how old he is. Okay.
Help!
Come on, man. Got it.
Yeah, they had the like massive collections of games that they would put onto CDs when CDs became a thing, and they just mail you them. I think some of those might have been like promo shit for thingers though. I got a lot of Sierra games like for free because one of my family friends was a one of the friends of the family, that is, was like worked for Sierra or something, and so we got all sorts of like fun stuff, like Pepper's Adventures in Time. 10 out of 10. I actually don't know how well that game would hold up today. It was the shit at the time. I have a concern about the fact that I'm not hitting you, my friend. Now I'm hitting you, I just need to put my cursor on you, because... Okay. Nailed it. Oh, right, I should be casting Immolation. Now that I'm allowing myself to use Immolation, I should definitely be using it for situations like this. I say, as I continue to not cast it. Okay, we're just gonna kite you. Two veterans. Give me a second. If I'm gonna manual cast, if I'm gonna hard cast Immolation, I need to get some distance between me and the enemies first. Oops, I put myself in the corner like a dope. Okay. Whew. Whoop. So we're making good progress. We've only killed a few Cuisinarts by just dicking them into a corner. That's not a word. I mean, it is a word. That's different, but that's not... Ducking them into a corner? Tucking? I must have been thinking tucking. Or maybe I just hybridized two words. Hard to say. Hard to say. Normal emerald, dueling dagger. You know, English do be crazy sometimes. Ooh, this is a legendary. Increases your resistances up to 50%, up to your highest resist, with 700 hit points. I feel like we are being rewarded for not fucking up too badly. Unfortunately, it is a helm, which means that it absolutely cannot be used by the person we would most want to use it on. But we're going to give this crown to you, and we're going to give you this, I think, because I think this is going to be a huge upgrade for you, for DPS. Yes, it is. DPS is what we care about. Also, let's see your beautiful face. You know, let's see. Get a buff for the crown. Sorry? I don't understand what you mean. I do not comprehend. Unfortunately, we have to walk all the way back. Save the game. Also, this means that I should, let's see. Give myself... Oh, I did have the fourth character highlighted, well, probably. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Six made. That is what we call a knot. Yeah, but I don't want a very defensive crown to be put onto a character who's already the most beefy character in the party. I'm looking. That is an effect that I definitely want on either Silria or on Kortal. Those are the only two options. Nobody else is getting that crown, and Kortal can't get the crown because he has horns. Yep. It also means that we'll need to align Silria's whatchamacallits, resists, so that we get all our resists to be an appropriate ratio of her highest if we can. We might not be able to because I don't think we have a lot of straight resist gear on her, but the straight resist gear gets a lot better if you have the ability to use it to boost everything. So very, very powerful effect. The original effect, I think, was almost certainly too strong. Though, I don't know how huge a difference it makes in all circumstances. We let our haste wear off. It kind of depends. We're trying to finish this dungeon up before I end, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. We'll find out. We will find out. I'm not really intending to go super late. It's just that I started this dungeon, and we'll probably finish within 30 minutes. I think we might even finish within 15. We're pretty close to finished with the dungeon. We've got just a few more rooms left. And admittedly, those rooms could have an unlimited number of Cuisinarts in them. But we'll just have to find out. But yeah, I do have to leave soon because I'm going to need to take a shower. And, oh, you know, maybe just do that. That seems like a good idea. Let's see. So we're going to go straight to the kite room. Ooh, boy. Concern. Can I... Yeah, the Cuisinart is almost certainly right here. I think I can leave the Cuisinart in the dust and go clear some of these others. Their rivalry is truly great. Oh, is that the Cuisinart behind me? No. Oh, that is, though. What a great fake out. That was a great fake out. I appreciate it. That was straight out of a horror movie. You know the double jump scare where they have, like, the jump scare that's like a fake jump scare where it's just like a cat or something? And then immediately after that, behind the cat, the actual critter is? That's what happened with that. Oh, good. We stun slash paralyze. Yeah. That looks like a pair to me.
I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet.
Wow, I've really just fully let these get even.
I require assistance.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, right? Like, is the device a reference to the fact that it slices and dices, right? Or is the... Because that's what I had just assumed. Was not that it, like, referred to, like...
Let's take it.
Oh, shit. Not that it was necessarily a medieval term, but that it just meant, like, you know, slicer or something, right? Wow. Did you just get... Wow. As people are coming up, they are getting tagged right back down. I am going to wait to just cast my shared life rather than kill myself here. Oh, that's concerning. How low are you all? Not that low. You should be able to do this now. Oh, I can hit it from here. Oh, it can hit me from here now. Oh, Jesus! This thing really is like fucking Tyrant or something. What the hell is going on here? It just keeps popping up. I guess it's just because it moves so quickly that, like, it can rotate around basically the entire map to reach me in record time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's literally just, like, the name for that, like, industry device. Like, it is a trademark term for a thing that they used, like, as a joke in this. But, like, when I was a kid, I completely assumed that it was a generic term. I think I used the term Cuisinart, like, I forgot to recast Preservation. It was such a long fight. It was such a long fight. Let's see.
Useless.
Oh, right. This is the room. Why did I do this to myself again? We know the answer. I'm going to see if I can just get them in a corner here. This is a very, like, dangerous play, but I need a more efficient strategy to kill these than I was doing before because of the fact that we're so close to the end of stream. Okay, I can immolate them from here. That's kind of cool. Not really what I need, but it's cool. Okay, you're rotating a bit. You're rotating a bit. Okay. We got this. I don't know how long it took before I got the Star Trek references. I watched Star Trek with my mom as a kid, but we watched mostly The Next Generation. So, I don't know if we ever actually watched the original series. I think we might have at some point. But the let's see. I don't actually know how many Star Trek references there are, so probably I'm missing a lot of them. Because I like obviously the
A worthy opponent.
there's the pyramid.
Kill me. Help.
Can someone heal me?
Okay. Did I kill that Cuisinart I was beating up just now? Yeah, I can't hit this right now because it's paralyzed. There we go. Now we no longer have anybody else as an accessible target in that spot. Can I hit you now? No. Alright, we have a Death Knight. Alright, let's go for it here. Let's see. Yeah, the Tomb of Varn, like, its whole deal is, like, references, right? Yeah, I mostly watched The Next Generation as a kid, and then as a teenager I would watch Voyager with my mom. But I haven't watched too much since then. And I never really got... I never, like... she would watch stuff like Deep Space Nine, but I never really got into Deep Space Nine.
Kill me.
Yeah, I think I watched both of those movies at some point, but I really don't remember anything about either one of them. Like, it would... I think I watched them in, like, a social situation, right? Like, where it's like... It wasn't... The fact that I was watching a given movie wasn't really the most relevant part of the interaction, so I barely remember either one of them. Yeah, I don't remember, like, whether I liked it. I presume that I probably did. I think that the holy shit! Well, I just aggroed this whole pack. Oh! Should we kill this venomous Cuisinart through the door? I feel like we should kill this venomous Cuisinart through the door. This is fine. This isn't cheating at all. This is all well within the rules. Oh, man. I'm a little disappointed that I'm doing this, but I have 6 minutes before I should be ending stream, so... I actually thought that the second half of this dungeon was going to take less time than it did. So the yep, the venomous blender. I wonder how many blenders we have in here that are bosses. This is all fine and good. Well, you know, I hope that this is great balance data for Malekith. You know, you can really get great information from this about like how, you know, my party damage, my party durability is, you know, holding up against the things, like anything that needs to be tweaked. You can definitely tell from this particular fight just how balanced or unbalanced, you know, everything is. You know, I'm glad to you know, supply good and useful data to developers. I do feel a little bad. I do feel a little bad because that would have been interesting to see. But you know, it would be something that. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so we have this room in front of us, and then we have this room over here. Can I see things through the door? I can see you through the door. Can I hit you through the door? I cannot. So hovering over this thing's model is not recognizing that it's there. So there is some sort of wall in this gap here. So what are we going to do? Are we going to just open this door and pray? That's what we're going to do. You know, weirdly enough, I was thinking that there were going to be a bunch of Cuisinarts that were going to come after me, considering that there was at least one in there, and that we had already aggroed it. So this is going to be manageable. Okay, I was worried that I was going to be totally boned here, but it looks like we're fine. Okay, the kiting continues. I don't know that I needed to do that for that. There were a lot of weak enemies in that pack, but... Fucking 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock! Add it to the compilation. Add it to the compilation. This is actually a really shitty time to run into the 3 o'clock problem. Oh boy. Oh boy. Because in order to really do this, I kind of have to leave the teleport room. Did you cursed again? Who keeps cursing at port room? Please don't be. Yep. You know what? I had a suspicion that you were going to be something that was going to cause me a big problem instead of a small problem. I had a suspicion, and I was right. I should always trust my hunches. Okay, done. Come on, buddy. The way that 3 o'clock works is that at 3 o'clock, you are basically triggering a new day, and the game makes a check for how long it's been since your party has slept. And the way that that formula works,
Someone heal me.
I don't understand it properly because I still have an off by 1 error sometimes. But I believe it's the 3rd night generally, without resting or traveling or training or any of those things that all count as resting. You will get weak for your entire party if you haven't slept. And in addition to that, on all of the nights that you make that check, every night that's 3rd or higher, when you're making that check, the whatchamacallit? It also will consume 1 food from your stockpile. So up here we have a stockpile of food that you can't see because my face is covering it, but we have 41 food. If you have 0 food and cannot take anything from your stockpile when you when that happens, every character also has their HP massively dropped. And I think the amount of HP that you're left with is like random between like 10 and 50%. But everybody's HP just gets set to some very low value. So that's the second component that happens immediately at 3 days. Every subsequent day has 2 additional things that can happen but are not guaranteed to happen, which is why I have to train once every 3 days, because starting on like the 4th night or whatever night is the night immediately after the weakness, you have a chance to, instead of proccing weakness, proc weakness and insanity and death. The weakness automatically happens, but you also have the ability to die instantaneously, regardless of whether you have food. That's separate from the food check. You also have the ability to go insane, and those 2 both happen on the same day. They are not they're not separated from each other. For a long time, when I was younger, I for some reason thought that they were separated. The insanity check and the death check are on the same day. So, and that's basically it. So every 3 o'clock, you have a chance for bad stuff to happen if you haven't rested recently. But I think it generally takes about 3 days. Well, just because someone's like delirious and kind of out of their mind doesn't mean that they're going to start like hurting their friends, you know? But oh, Jesus. Oh, boy. So, about this little door right here that we've... come to know and love. That's a Cuisinart. It is in range to hit me, question mark? Yes. It's definitely the Cuisinart hitting me, I think. So let's just pull back. Is it though? I think the Cuisinart isn't hitting me. I think something else is hitting me, but the Cuisinart thinks it can hit me. That's my interpretation. There's no way the Cuisinart's hitting me for this thing. Look, insanity justifying like literally any like plot contrivance that you want is it's a tried and true method of lazy storytelling, but like, come on. generally speaking, people who are so sleep deprived that they're hallucinating do not end up hurting themselves or others, except the damage that they've already done to themselves by not sleeping for that much time. Sleep is good, by the way. You should do it. If you don't sleep, you will start hallucinating, and it's gonna get bad. And if you don't sleep for long enough, you do die. But okay. It's 1:05. We've cleared the majority of this pack. And I do feel a little dirty about it. I do feel a little dirty. I don't feel that dirty. This is actually a really hard dungeon, and I'm feeling so lazy today. So, like, I feel like... Whew. I think that the Eternal Darkness handles the hallucinations shit really well. Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem was, like, really good. The kinds of shit that that game, like, put you through was absolutely, like, top tier. It was really good. The biggest problem with that game is not even with the game, it's the fact that I am a coward. And so I would always try to keep my sanity maxed out throughout the entire game so that I didn't have bad shit happen that would be scary. And that is a problem. Yeah. The unfortunate thing is, right, that the thing that makes people hurt other people is pretty much just cruelty for the most part. And unfortunately, cruelty isn't considered a mental illness, despite the fact that it makes you a danger to yourself and others, and, like, objectively, like, is bad for you. Like, it's objectively bad for you. It's a maladaptive thought pattern that causes harm to you, causes harm to others. Like, it's clearly, like, it meets all the requirements for a mental illness, but we don't treat it that way because we don't. Because you can't, there's no drug you can take for it. But, you know, not all mental illnesses have drugs you can take for them, you know? Let's see. There we go. We managed to clear this place with no cheese. Like, only perfectly normal gameplay. And everything went great, and we didn't die a bunch of times. And lobotomies are not a drug. Lobotomies are a surgical procedure. And they won't, unless they kill you, it's very unlikely that a lobotomy is going to remove the cruelty aspect. Lobotomies didn't do anything useful. It's like, but look, I get it, right? Like, a lobotomy can cure cruelty because you probably are going to die from it, right? So since you're probably going to die from it, you know, one could argue. I can believe it, right? Because, again, cruelty wasn't one of the things that they decided was a mental illness. There's a reason that they didn't decide cruelty was a mental illness. It's because those motherfuckers were cruel as fuck. Right? Like, like, cruel people aren't going to say, yeah, being cruel, that's definitely, like, a maladaptive thought pattern. So, they were, just cruel, horrifying people. Let's see.
It's worthless.
I can't identify.
Oh, we got a relic in there? Holy shit. Okay, let's identify our relic. And... let's see... we should have... we have gloves, right? Gloves. Where are our gloves? Is this our gloves? This is our gloves. Okay.
Now here's something.
That is a 15 air magic ring. That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I don't use air magic for anything, but if I ever decide to sparks everything on Earth, that'll be useful. Where is this thing? There was a second thing, and I don't know where it is. Didn't I put it in your inventory? Did I put it in someone else's? I did. It was the relic. Okay, speed and luck plus 139. And all resistances minus 52. Which is significant. We've got some fire resistance leather. This would actually pair very well with that hat that we can't pair with this. This is okay-ish for certain contexts.
No space.
It's not a big enough upgrade to worry about. You're definitely not for you. Not for you. Oh, wait. Oh, but wait, no, we're not getting rid of our legendary, though. We should maybe upgrade the stats on this to whatever point we can upgrade them to. Let's see. Well, that's the thing, though, right? Is that, like, to a large degree, the thing that makes, like, humans adaptable is their ability to cooperate with each other. Like, that is, like, the entire adaptation element that makes humans so powerful, is kindness. Right? Like, you're never going to see almost any other animal engage in any behavior that you could reasonably call kind. Kindness is, like, the tech that we developed as people that, like, fully blows, like, the other techs out of the water. Like, complex types of kindness are the thing that we're good at, and it's a really great strat. It really is a very great strat. The reason that it doesn't work out is because of systems of power, We can go into that kind of stuff. But at any rate, I do need to go. I would actually love to have a philosophical conversation at the end of stream. I need to go, though, because, like, I'm meeting my wife. She just left the house like an hour ago, and I need to get over there sometime soon. So thank you for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure stream for you today, and I hope to see you all again next time when we will be finishing up Silver Cove. Yeah, I got the name right. Maybe?